Hi. I've just seen an interesting clip in which Laurence Fox got his arse handed to him on the subject of racism and white privilege. And I actually found myself feeling quite sorry for him. And I'll tell you why. It's not because I agree with him. I do not agree that the use of the term white privilege is a racist term, which was the point that he was trying to make, because I think that there really is a white privilege. My sympathy is because I used to agree with him, and I know where he's coming from. For years, I believed that as a working class man, certainly less privileged than Laurence, I have to say, as a working class man, my only privilege was to work myself to death trying to feed my family. And then I started working all around the country, and I met people outside of my little West Cumbrian bubble where we're over 99% white British. That's no exaggeration, we really are over 99% white British. And I started talking to people who I respect and trust, people who I do not see as anything other than very upstanding members of the community, talking to me about their experiences of being the targets of random stop and search by the police, not once but on many occasions. And I can only draw the conclusion that it's because of their colour, because in every other respect they're generally better dressed than me, they're generally tidier, they look more respectable than I do, and yet their skin colour is different. And that's my privilege. That has never happened to me. Never once have I been stopped and searched. There was the interview I saw the other day of a young woman, a barrister, a very successful, very well-respected barrister, who happens to be black, who was stopped several times going into court and told that the defendants need to go in another door, despite the fact that white barristers were going in and out all the time at will and not being challenged once. That's my privilege. That sort of thing would never happen to me were I a barrister, just as it didn't happen to the white barristers that she was talking to or talking about. My thing about the privilege of working myself to death to feed my family is true, as it is for most working class men, but it's not my privilege. My privilege is that because of skin colour, I don't have to deal with all the other shit as well. And that's the thing that I want Laurence Fox to understand. Nobody is saying that as a privileged white man, you don't have to work. Nobody is saying everything will be handed to you on a plate. What we are saying, what I'm definitely saying, is that you and I, Laurence, as white men, do not have all of this other shit to deal with on top. That's our privilege. And that's why I sympathise with you. I don't actually see you as a racist. I simply see you as misguided in the same way that I was until I started to listen to people whose life experiences were so different. I don't suppose you'll ever get to see this video, but I hope you do. Because if you do, maybe you'll get to understand that there is that different perspective.